What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Super Bowl episode on Winning Picks Weekly. My name is John Meleka. As always, I'm joined by my buddy, my host, my pal, my boy, the video producer for Knicks, Jets, etc. You can catch him on the last two episodes of the Jets, our resident draft expert. What up, Greg? How you doing?
What's going on? I'm calling this officially the Winning Picks Weekly, the big game prop bonanza. Because we're going to talk about the game. I mean, you can only bet so much on one game, but there are props galore. People love the props. People love, make sure you get your Super Bowl squares in early. People love that stuff. So we're going to be talking a few prop bets today. I'm excited. It's bittersweet because the season's over. But, we get one last game to go out hopefully swinging on. So we'll see how these bets go.
Yeah, so we got the Senior Bowl stuff, and if you want any recap there, especially regarding the Jets, you could definitely catch us on that last Jets episode on Knicks, Jets, etc.
Yep.
We have Gatorade talk here. We have national anthem talk. We have coin flip. We have the game to get to. We have some prop bets, and we both have some boxes going on. But honestly, man, I got some exact scores going on here that I put a little something on there. Nothing too crazy at all. Like some Happy Meals, some Happy Meal money on a bunch, and we'll get to talking. I want to hear your thoughts on those. We'll get to it later. So before we get into all that, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, just please make sure to give us that 5-star review. Give us that comment. Give us that 5-star rating. Really helps us out a lot. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. You get the Winning Picks Weekly. You get the Knicks talk. You get the Jets talk. We have some really great guests on both of those. We got draft stuff on the Jets. We got trade deadline and really like
Big
almost game by
episodes this
game
week.
analysis of the Knicks.
It's crazy. We got the Senior Bowl going on for the Jets. We got the trade deadline going on for the Knicks. It's maybe it's
Super
off
Bowl for
season.
Winning Picks
Super
Weekly.
Bowl going on Winning Picks Weekly. It's crazy. I thought it was gonna calm down a little bit. It's only picked up. So, and the big thing too for the YouTube, just like the video. It helps us out a ton. We really appreciate it. And
Yeah,
make sure
give
we
us some
know.
comments, five
Yeah.
star review. Let us know what we could do better, and that's pretty much our call to action there. But we're just as excited as you guys are. We're upset the season's gonna end. We're gonna change up a little bit for the off season Winning Picks Weekly. We're gonna do some NBA stuff, and
Yes.
we'll see where it goes from there. We got some draft stuff as always. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we're on Super Bowl stuff, and as always, man, you got to start with the fun stuff, dude. The Super Bowl is all about the fun props. I mean, are we going to start with the coin toss because it's minus 104 on both sides? And it's my favorite bet to make
Yeah.
because it's the first thing that happens. Like I know we have the national anthem to like before that, but it just feels like it's like the first time the players are on the field. So really quick, are you going with tails?
Tails
Because I'm
never
going with
fails.
tails.
Tails never
Okay.
fails.
Okay, tails always fails also rhymes, but I'm also with you. Tails,
No,
tails never
it
fails.
doesn't.
I'm on the minus 104. All right. National anthem. You got some
The,
stats for us on the national anthem, Greg?
I don't know if I have stats for the national anthem. That's my favorite one too, because it's like people will be like at like rehearsal at the stadium. They'll be tweeting out like blah blah blah's been going long. Blah 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 was officially clocked in at 2 minutes and 4 seconds. This and that. I like the national anthem over, but to your point, the coin flip bet is the best bet in football because it just sets the tone for the rest of the game. Like
Yeah.
the game hasn't kicked off yet, and I'm clapping, I'm getting hyped, I'm excited before anything's even happened yet when it goes tails. So, always bet the over on the national anthem, always bet the tails, and then I keep it moving, man. We got bets throughout the game, we got a lot of stuff, but those are
Last
definitely the
year,
first
last
two.
year, I got some national anthem stats for you,
Let's
man.
hear it.
Last year was the longest national anthem in the last 15 years.
Dude, it's
This
always
year,
take the over. Life's too short from under.
95 seconds this year. They're both minus 120, the over or the under. They really don't want you to bet it. It's
Yeah.
really a big bet.
Yeah, a lot of
Uh,
juice on it, but that's because it gets a lot of action. So, 95 seconds is pretty good.
it was 217 last year. 2 minutes 17 seconds.
Jeez, okay. So
Killed it.
100,
Yeah, and then
or so.
95 seconds blown out of the water last year.
Yeah. So
So yeah, you got to take the over. You got to take the over. You're American. Take the over on the national anthem. The longer the anthem, the better.
yep.
Let's go, America.
They like to hold those notes. They like to show off. Sometimes it's up and coming people. Sometimes it's established people. But it's
Could be Eminem. Who even knows?
Yeah,
Do we
exactly.
know what is
But
this
it's
year?
always, no matter who it is, if it's an up and coming person, if it's an established person, it is usually one of the highlights of their career. They're gonna savor every moment. They're gonna show off. They are gonna hit those notes. Take the over. That's the best. That's the best gambling advice I've given all season.
So we got the minus 120 on the over, and we got the minus 104 on the tails, and we're both in agreement. And it looks like it's the Grammy Award nominated country music artist Mickey Guyton. I'm definitely butchered that. We don't care.
That's
It's
okay,
at SoFi Stadium.
Guyton's gonna be going out there and hitting those notes.
All right. So now it's on to the game, man. We're finally here. We're at this game. Let's talk serious football for 2 seconds here, right?
Okay, we can.
We got the Los Angeles Rams at home for the second Super Bowl in a row.
Never happened before.
At home.
Twice.
Never happened before. Now happened twice in a row. At the Cincinnati Bengals, who honestly fell backwards into the playoffs. And yeah, I mean they have to wait till the last second to get in there.
Yeah, but they
to get into the playoffs. Yeah, but like it was they could have not made it at the last day there. Now sitting there in the Super Bowl, there is Joe Burrow fever going on throughout the NFL. Everybody now that like never watched football telling me that, oh, you ever heard this guy Joe Burrow? He's amazing. Like, yeah, bro, I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I've heard of Joe Burrow. So, what do you think, man? Like, he's been really impressive. He got sacked 9 times in one of these games and still won it in the playoffs. He beat the Chiefs, beat Patrick Mahomes last game to get to the Super Bowl. The guy that was supposed to win 4 Super Bowls in 2 years. He's supposed to do the do the unthinkable. And Joe Burrow's here, man, with a B+ coach. A B- stat, like rest of the squad, even including Chase and Mixon, right? And Sam Hubbard and Trey Hendrickson, and even like their playmakers,
yeah,
Bates, and I don't know, like it's still B+ at best, right?
Yeah,
Higgins,
Apple.
like, am I crazy here?
No,
yeah, Eli Apple,
no,
dude.
I don't think so.
Like, you know what I mean?
My favorite thing is how he was talking smack about his other
team.
teams, and then all of a sudden he was like giving up big plays against the Chiefs. It's like, dude, you're about to be out of here.
But, I know. And no. So what do you think? Before we get into the specific line, like, what do you think about the Bengals' run here?
I think it's been good. I think I'm kicking myself a little bit that I didn't put more money on a future or something for him, because when Joe Burrow when he came to that press conference game with those sunglasses or those glasses, whatever they are, people were kind of ragging him a little bit. Like in my group chats, I thought they were fire. I thought he was like, oh man, like he's this confident that he's about to be rocking these in the post-game presser. And he's confident for all the right reasons, dude. He hasn't really talked the talk, but he's walked the walk, and then he talks the talk a little bit, but he doesn't talk crazy. Like, he's just like confident in his own right, rightfully so at this point. I mean, it's taken Matthew Stafford, 15 years, 12 years, whatever the stat is to get here. It's taken Joe Burrow 1.5 because he missed half a season. I mean, to your point about, you said something when you were kind of teeing us up a little bit about Zach Taylor. I think early in this season there was a couple people who were saying Zach Taylor might be on the hot seat in his second.
You don't just lose to Mike White like that, in front of everyone. It doesn't, and get away with it.
But dude, I mean, I think he's okay. I mean, I don't know who I like better, him or Sean McVay. Sean McVay makes some boneheaded calls and plays in the postseason and in the Super Bowl. He got out coached so badly the last time he was here that if they score 1 touchdown, they improve on their score from last time. So, maybe it was Jared Goff, but I don't think a lot of it was Jared Goff. I think there was enough blame to go around. So, I don't know. I don't know who I like more in this game. I do know that going into the playoffs and throughout a lot of the playoffs, I was taking a lot of the underdogs, and that was working out really well for me. That I made the bold proclamation that both the favorites are going to kill it in the championship game. That was completely wrong. So I think that for
All right.
this
So
one,
wait
yeah.
before we get your pick on the game. What are your overall thoughts on the actual Rams team now? So we have Odell Beckham coming in, Von Miller coming in, and midway through the season, obviously going all in. Really, Robert Woods going out. Everyone said everything's over, but they still got Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson been coming through. The tight end is injured, and it's never a problem, no matter what, with the Rams the last couple of years. And as we said, the weakness for the Cincinnati Bengals are offensive line, coupled with Von Miller and a guy by the name of Aaron Donald, number 99. Might have heard of him. They were able to overcome the whole Deebo Samuel, Jalen Ramsey thing, right? So Jalen Ramsey is going to be busy with Cooper Kupp. Is Burrow going to be busy with Von Miller and Donald? Like, what do you think about this Rams team?
I think the Rams team is just like the Bengals, maybe not to the same extent as the Bengals, but I think they're like overperforming. I think that throughout the playoffs, you and I talked about how injured they are at multiple positions. Offensive line's banged up a little bit. Wide receiver, like you said, Robert Woods got hurt. Tight end's a little banged up. Weddle comes in to play safety and DB for him. Off the street.
I can't get over it. I can't get over it.
And they're still playing fine. So they might have just enough talent. They're overcoming Sean McVay challenging every 2 seconds. So, I think that they just might have enough talent that they just win this. They win this game. They're the home team, but I don't know how much it really counts in LA. So, I don't know. I think that they're definitely the better team front to back. I think that they're the more veteran team front to back. But that being said, I don't know how many people on that team have really been to the Super Bowl before. I don't know how many people left over from the Rams team that went there, 3 years ago now, 4 years ago. So,
head coach is a big deal, though.
Yeah,
you mentioned Sean McVay in the beginning, and now he's had some time to sit on this whole Super Bowl thing, and he's at home now. The media is not nearly as bad as it was, right? Everyone's on Zoom. It's not like this crazy herd. I don't know. My take is the Sean McVay coming the second time, the Matthew Stafford redemption, the fact that it's at home, that stuff plays with me. That stuff is really positive on the Rams side. Cam Akers' Achilles, I feel like he had his big shining game. This is going to be a good one for him too, but I don't really see that much going on. Cooper Kupp, he's good. It's really going to be about the defensive line and the offensive line for the Cincinnati Bengals. To be honest with you, man, there is a possibility in my brain that this game could literally become the Peyton Manning, Denver versus the Seahawks, Legion of Boom at MetLife Super Bowl, where it's just an absolute wreck, where the defensive line is just wrecking them, and they just take it from the beginning. It's possible that is a possibility in this game, right? Yep. That's not the possibility on the other side.
Yeah,
right?
Jalen Ramsey just shuts down Jamar Chase. Yeah.
And Miller and Donald just kill a line, and they
really say that's not possible on the other side, but dude, this Bengals defense played out of their minds in the second half against the Chiefs. They played, and they have a couple good guys, but no one as close to as good as the guys on the Rams. So something about the Bengals is just like there's this weird thing that happens with young teams or inexperienced teams where like they don't realize how ridiculous the thing that they're doing is, and they just keep doing it, and it's just like they're just too dumb to know or too inexperienced to know, but they don't know, like they haven't grinded like Matt Stafford has for 12 years. So he has an unbelievable amount of pressure than compared to Joe Burrow, because Joe Burrow's like, dude, I just won a national championship. I got hurt last year. Now I'm back to the Super Bowl. Like, this is easy. I'm going to be here every year. So if I win this one, great. If I don't, I'll be back next year. And they all, I think they all feel like that. I mean, obviously they don't. They're professionals. They know it's difficult. They know how crazy it is. But it's not like Jalen Ramsey, who's been in the league, who's been suffered on the Jacksonville Jaguars for years. It's not like Aaron Donald, who's been here before and they got absolutely smoked by another team. I think there's a lot more pressure on the Rams, and I don't know if they live up to it or not. I really don't, just because this team is so convoluted and weirdly put together and constructed with just guy after guy just coming off the street or coming from another team and coming from bad situations. Like Odell was in a bad situation. Von Miller wasn't in a great situation. But yet they all somehow end up in LA, and it's working out for this year. The other thing too is the LA Rams know it's now or never. I mean, this team isn't going to last forever. These guys are getting old. These guys are on expiring contracts and all kinds of stuff. So Cincinnati Bengals, you're like, yo, Joe Mixon's like the oldest guy on the team, and he's like 23. So they got time.
Yeah. Yeah. So not only do the players have the pressure? Do they have to do it now? It feels like, and they're at home. It feels like the public feels that way too. 58% of the bets on the Rams and 76% of the money on the Rams. That really gives me pause, dude. You talked about the underdog stuff. It's +4, right? So it hasn't moved. +4, -4.
Yep.
And it's over the football number. Cincinnati has one of the best kickers in the league. My boy, McPherson, the rookie, which I wish we drafted, absolutely murdering it in the playoffs. Definitely taking his over 1.5 field goals.
Yes.
And he also has another one with 7.5 points. Love that one too. Give me that all day. I like the +4. I don't love it. I don't really love betting the Super Bowl. There's so many eyes on it. There's so much money on it. It's always pretty much correct besides that, the MetLife Bowl that we just mentioned. It's pretty much usually on point. I don't know. If I'm taking a spread, I'm taking Cincinnati, but I'm mostly like playing around. You know what I mean? I have a lot of correct scores. I have a lot of boxes, but for purposes of this podcast, for sure, I'm taking Cincinnati +4. I know it's supposed to be the Rams. I know they're supposed to win at home. Matthew Stafford, Odell Beckham. They're supposed to. The Rams. I'm not going to be mad if they do. It's going to be fine. Nice story. Sounds good. Nobody in LA cares. Why the hell should I?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel about it. But the Cincinnati Bengals side of it, but the other side is like, can they really win the Super Bowl, Greg? Like, it'll be so cool, right? It'll be so cool to see that, but like, they're just not a Super Bowl team. But
The Bengals aren't.
yeah, dude. Like, you can't just give up nine for like the only player to ever give up 9 sacks and win. Like, the offensive line is just not good. It just doesn't feel right. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, when you just like pull back for 2 seconds, like, yeah, it's a cool story. Burrow getting there, Jamar Chase, but like that just feels like the storyline. Everybody's young. Mixon's the oldest guy. Like, that just feels like the storyline. They'll get back there. It was at home against the Rams. Stafford redemption tour. Players, Von Miller halfway through the year. It just feels like that's the narrative. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh,
and for that reason, I get it, and that's why I'm not like, I don't love it, but like +4, I like +4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for the purpose of this too, like, I'm with you. I'm taking the Bengals +4, but what I'm really going to be doing is waiting for, hopefully, the Rams to score first. Because then if the Rams score first, that gets the Bengals money line over 200 most likely. So then I'll be taking that, because the Bengals so far this playoffs, I mean, you've seen it with pretty much every game. They're a second half team. They come alive and they just go nuts on offense and on defense. So I like the McPherson prop bets. I'll definitely be taking those. I like those also for is it Gay on the Rams, who's the kicker for them. I like that. I think the kickers in big time games get called a lot because these coaches are trying to be conservative. They're going to take points when they can. Points are premium, especially in the Super Bowl. So I like the prop bets for the kickers for sure. One of the other prop bets I was looking at, and to your point about this game getting out of hand, you kind of leaned me a little bit on it. There's a prop bet for the largest lead of the game, and that's 14.5 points. So essentially saying it's going to be a three score game at some point during the game. Do you think that there's a chance that the Rams get up 3 scores if this defense is clicking? The Bengals like to be a second half team. Maybe the Rams are getting some early pressure. They come out, they have a good script, they go down the field, they score once or twice. Do you think that the lead can be over 14.5 points at some point during the game?
What's that line?
Minus 116 for yes. Minus 116 for no, I think.
Wait, to be a 14.5 point lead at some point, it's a minus
Yeah,
line.
that's what
Oh,
the
dude,
that's what the number said at. It's like a over under kind of thing.
oh no, I'm not. I don't like that bet at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that bet at all. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I thought that'd be like a plus 800 or something.
No,
To be like,
that's just what the line is. Like if they thought it was going to be like really close, so they could have made the line like 7 points or 8
you
points
take like
or
the under or
something.
the over.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't like that at all. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I would take the under on there though. If it's minus money like that,
Yeah.
I would stick with the under. Just keep it close all game. 14.5 is a lot. Maybe 2 touchdowns at some point. But I see where you're coming from. From my perspective, I like some props, but to be honest with you, they're so saturated. Like you would never bet like 15 anytime touchdown bets during a regular season game. You just would
Yep.
never do it. So I'm trying to be disciplined this year, but I did take some same game parlays, which is the new thing going
Okay, let's hear it.
on these apps. So I took a anytime touchdown for Cooper Cup, Mixon, and Van Jefferson. And then I took the over on Van Jefferson's 33.5 receiving yards and K Makers under 65.5 rushing yards. That's plus 3806. So I put a little something on there. That
Yeah.
hits. That'd be a fun one. And then Greg, I did something a little weird this year. I took some exact scores. I
Okay.
the numbers on them were insane.
Okay.
So I put $5 on these.
All right, I like these
So
bets
nothing
already.
crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Like you
I
said,
took
you'll just pack your lunch one week and you'll just make all your money back. So to eat
yeah. I
out.
mean, each one like these range from $800 to $1,500
It's
payouts.
crazy.
So we're literally paying with $5. It makes no sense. So I took a couple weird ones where I got the Bengals 24, Rams 23, Bengals 24, Rams 21.
Okay.
And then on the other side of that, I got Rams 24, Bengals 23, Rams 24, Bengals 21.
Okay.
Okay, so I got the reverse on those.
Yep.
And then I got Rams 24, Bengals 20, Rams 24, Bengals 17. And then on the reverse on that, Bengals 24, Rams 17. So I'm just like sticking around there, just like a regular game,
Yep.
because I'm going to be honest with you here, Greg. I don't love the Super Bowl. I'm not a big Super Bowl guy. All right. I know that sounds like really weird. We all have these big parties. Everyone gets around. No one ever cares about the game. I'm watching people who never watch football. Everyone, haha, here for the halftime show. This year, I'm actually here for the halftime show.
Yeah.
Right? We got
it's gonna be
Dre and
incredible.
Eminem and all these. Like, I actually am here for the halftime show this year. But in general, like, it's also the players play weird. The numbers finally caught up where the unders in the first quarter are pretty low now because like no one ever scores. People are tight. They're scared. There's so many lights. Like when you kick that opening kickoff,
Yeah, everyone
things
says
are
the
weird.
game is the Super Bowl is so much faster. It's so much faster than a regular game.
The fans are not really fans of the team. It's more corporate stuff because nobody can afford that.
Yeah.
The stadium is huge. It's just weird, dude. The whole atmosphere is just so weird. I'm not a huge fan, and I'm not a huge fan of betting it. To be honest with you, I'm just so like that's why I play with the boxes and these exact scores. Those are fun to me. We got the coin toss. We got the national anthem. Those are fun. We got the Gatorade stuff that we're gonna get into at the end here, and my take is with the what I'm trying to get at when my take with especially with the line not moving, not budging with the plus -4 is I just expect it to be like a normal game. Like at the end of the day, I just like a 24-17. Like it's got to be like somebody's trying to score at the end here. There's got to be some drama. You know what I mean? Like I don't really see like knees or too early. I don't see this game being over with 4 or 5 minutes left. You know what I mean? So I see like some drama with Burrow or Stafford, and if that's the case, I just have a feeling that maybe one of these could hit on the correct score. And I got some boxes to be honest with you to supplement that, so I'm pretty much good on Super Bowl. I don't know. I just don't really absolutely love anything. If anything comes out on the day of, if the team goes down a lot, like you said, seven
Yep.
ten, and the live is there, I'll take it. If so, if more props pop up maybe by Sunday, I'll look into it more. Definitely look at the Winning Picks Weekly Twitter. We'll have that going on. But yeah, those are really my overall thoughts for this game, man. I want your last thoughts on the big game, on the Super Bowl, and then let's get into the Gatorade, man, because I know you have some the history of the Gatorade
Oh, I do a
with
deep dive
Greg.
on the Gatorade. Don't you
Let's
worry.
go.
I got
Let's
all. If
go.
if you want to listen to any podcast when it comes to Gatorade talk, you came to the right place. So before we get into that, for sure, to your point about the game, I agree. It's much more like less. It's to me, it's about back pre-COVID and stuff like that. It's all about like the party and like mixing up with people. You get a lot of people there who like don't really watch football always, so they're kind of into it, but kind of not really. They're there for the halftime show, and then the weekend comes out and ruins everything. So, it is what it
Apparently,
is.
that's like a prop now. By the way, that like mirror thing and his suit. Like I saw like an NFL
Yeah, I saw,
worker like going through it now. Apparently, that's like a thing
and
now.
I
It's
think like
all
Lady
so gimmicky,
Gaga's thing
dude.
was like, what color clothing is she gonna wear and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's gonna be some halftime props for the halftime show, but. During the game, I like to bet, to your point, I like to bet if there's a decent lead at some point, bet the other team because you're going to get a lot of value there. And then I like to bet the anytime touchdown guys. So I grabbed 4 of them that I like, that I think are pretty reasonably priced. And that's starting off with the running backs. Cam Akers plus 100, Joe Mixon plus 100. Again, it's a Super Bowl. They're going to be conservative. If they get it into the goal line, chances are they're going to try to rush it in instead of throwing it. For the Rams, I'm going T. Higgins, just because I like the plus 175 as a pass catcher. Oh, I'm
Rams
sorry.
Higgins.
Sorry for the
Switch
Bengals.
teams already.
For the Bengals, T. Higgins, and then also Tyler Boyd for the Bengals. So, just again, I think they're gonna to your point. I think Ramsey's gonna be on.
I love T. Higgins.
On
I hope the Jets get him, but that's neither here nor
Chase
there.
all day. So yeah, so T. Higgins plus 175, Tyler Boyd plus 230 gets you a couple options. Because I don't know how Uzma's doing with his injury.
He's gonna play because everyone
but,
plays the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the Super Bowl, but I don't know how effective he's going to be. So chances are, if Chase is getting locked up, Uzma's not really playing. You got T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd as pass catchers because the Bengals are going to need to throw the football. So again, all those are plus money, which is nice. But then if you parlay them, you get them at essentially plus 4,500. So that could be something to root for during the game. Other prop bet that I'm looking at that I kind of like, to your point about the game starting out a little slow, I think that's why these values are pretty high. And again, it's just something exciting to root for. You start out the game, you got the over on the national anthem, you got a little buffalo chicken dip, then they throw the coin toss, it goes tails. You're up
Coin toss.
You're up a couple $100 already. Then you
Love
go opening drive result, and I'm going touchdown for both opening drives. So for the Bengals, it's plus 450, and for the Rams, it's plus 300. So again, you're starting out hot, you're making a little money. You got your drink, got your food, you're sitting down. First drive, Bengals go down the field, they score. You're up $450 just off that. And then the Rams, if they score, they score. They don't, you're already up money. So I like those. All my bets are plus money because.
Okay, hold on. I have a better. If you like that prop, I might have a better prop for that.
Perfect. That's why we're here.
Because I see what you're saying, but the opening drive, dude, it just doesn't happen. 2 opening drive touchdowns, that's crazy talk. That's like his
one. You just need one.
How about this? Joe Burrow and Stafford to each have 1 touchdown in the whole half. That's plus 350.
They each have to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad either. I might take that too. It's a Super Bowl, baby.
Just a half.
Yeah.
Just a half.
How much?
You know what I mean?
Plus what?
350.
It's not bad.
Plus 350. It's not bad.
Not bad. Just a passing
Those are my
touchdown.
thoughts. Those are my thoughts. But Greg, I think that's what I think we're both on the Bengals.
Before we get out of here, though, I know we got to talk about Gatorade, but I have a question for you because it came up in a group chat of mine about the Super Bowl squares, and I might be on the wrong side of this take, and I want your
Oh,
opinion on it. I want to know what the fans think. So again, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know if you think the Super Bowl squares, the boxes, are overrated. Because I think I might be out on the Super Bowl squares.
oh man. Well, that's a hot take.
Is it a
Tell us
hot
about
take? I
it.
don't know. I hate the pools where it's you get paid every score.
So this is the so okay. So this is the first time ever in our group chat we actually are part of one. This is the first
Yeah.
time I've never done that. Never even heard of that.
Oh,
And
I've seen creep up more and more, and it drives me
that's
crazy.
because they want more winners. They want more
Right,
participation
it's all the
trophies.
participation shit. I need first quarter. I like half and
Yes.
full game. I want $100 squares
No,
for
I need
half
the
and first
quarters.
game.
The
Quarters
quarters
are
are fun.
fine. But in my old office, it started out just quarters and half whole game. Then it started out they start doing the reverse. So it's like, oh well, if you had 7-3, you
We have score
win. But
changes
then if you
and
have the
reverse, right?
reverse,
We
if you
have
have
that
three
too.
seven, then you get paid out a little bit too. And now
Have a
it's every fucking
reverse.
score you get paid out. I'm out on
So
this.
so so this is the first year that feel like I ventured out a little bit on the box stuff where I feel like I kind of did it like a fantasy way where I kind of have everything. So I got one of these scoring changes one. I
Yep.
got one where it's normal per quarter plus the reverse.
Yep.
I got a one where it's like ridiculous amount of money for one box. I don't have that number yet, and I'm anxious about it.
Yep.
I got one where I'm helping like a little little girl's soccer team for one like mom from one of my
Yep.
like junior high friends helping her out. Got one of those, and then we have like the normal like a normal one, right? So I feel like I'm all over the map. We'll see how it goes this year. But to be honest with you, because of how insane teams have been with the 2 point conversion, because of how quirky McVay is, because of how much both of these teams love their field goal kickers, this year I'm actually the most intrigued by the boxes. I actually
Really.
do think that this year weird numbers are going to happen. Like, because think about it, like 3 field goals and a 2 point conversion. That's a number you've never seen before.
Yeah.
With a couple of touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? That's all that stuff is very possible. Or like a missed 2 point conversion, and now you have a couple of field goals to go with that. Like, I wish I could. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shout out to Barstool. I feel like I'm gonna hit them up and see if I can add a scoregami prop bet because I just feel like this might be like a
They have
scoregami.
those. They have
Oh, they
that.
no, not exact score. Just like, will it be a scoregami?
They
Yes or
have
no?
that. They
Oh,
have
what
that.
is that?
I don't
What is
know what
that?
it is on the Barstool app. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay. I just
But
thought this kind. So I kind of want that back. I kind of just feel like this might be a score. Like I know I kind of went with conventional in the beginning, and that's my exact scores. But I could feel like this could be like a scoregami kind of close bet kind of game.
yeah,
Add to the
plus
legend of Joe Burrow.
1400 right now.
Ooh, I like that. I don't. The only person that would know that are admittedly Trey Wingo and my friend Phil, who could name all the NBA championships and the Super Bowl scores and all
Oh
that
yeah,
crazy nonsense. Those are the only two people in the world that I know that can do that.
minus
But
five thousand on the knot.
minus 5,000.
Yeah, minus
No, so
5,000 on the knot, plus 1400 on the yes.
I kind of like that plus 1,400 just for a
Yeah.
little fun. But speaking of fun, Greg, take us to the world of Gatorade. Not like Mike, not the Michael Jordan's Gatorade. This is the NFL Super Bowl prop bet Gatorade with your boy Greg Albert. What's up?
So right now, lowest odds are orange, and it's crazy. They all started out like 200 to plus 500, and then as we get closer now, I don't know. People do research or people talk or whatever it is, so the odds change.
Well, let's talk
So
about this. Let's talk about Orange.
so orange opened at 210. Now it's plus 130. It's the biggest closing.
So we have
Decrease
so we
in
have Sam
odds.
Hubbard. We have Sam Hubbard, the
Yep.
linebacker, goes on. Pardon my take, the Barstool with Big Cat and
PFT.
PFT and the boys. He goes out. He said they casually ask him in jest, "Oh, what color is the Gatorade?" And he just like seriously goes, "Oh yeah, orange." And like 2 seconds later, he's like, "Oh, crazy! Like it's been orange all year." And then he goes, "Oh crap! Maybe he's just a really good actor. Maybe he's catching us all."
Yeah.
However, that's probably why it dropped so hard.
Could be. Could be for sure. So, the other thing that closed that actually dropped a lot too is water or clear. So that was at plus 350 to start. Now it's at plus 175. So if you're going for the odds-on favorite, you're looking at orange. Water's pretty close there, plus 175. Green or lime or whatever it is, plus 300. The next one, blue, plus 600 is the one that I'm looking at and the one that I'm going to be taking. I think it's the best value there out of all the Gatorades. Red's plus 1,000, purple's plus 1,200.
So tell me about clear real quick. I know you said blue. So I feel like for some reason, Greg, I feel like clear always wins. I don't know why. I just feel like in my past,
it's crazy.
It doesn't.
No.
When did clear last win?
Clear last one. I'll tell you, I got it all here. Clear last one, 08, the New York Giants. Those lame Giants.
Okay, that's probably why I remember that. Okay, it went for a couple of years though, right?
It went on a run. It went from 04 to 08. Went on a tear. It was water every year. Clear.
That makes sense. I feel like that's why in my brain, like I'm watching every Super Bowl. It's clear every year.
You're getting into the high school age, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. So you're remembering everything.
It's always just clear.
Sure. Clear. But no, since then it's been some sort of color. So yellow has happened, I think, twice since then, since 08. Purple's happened once, but really it's orange and blue. It's orange and blue.
Shout out to the
pretty
Knicks.
Much every
orange
year.
and blue skies, baby.
To the Knicks. Check out the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast. So last year was blue. The year before that was orange. The year before that was blue. So those are the last 3 years. If you go back more and more, I don't want to Mike Francesa. You can Google it for sure. But it's orange and blue the majority of the time for the last 10 years or so. So
what's the orange line? 130?
Orange is plus 130. And it's the favorite.
Is that only the Bengals, though? Or do you think that the Rams might be drinking orange as well?
I think so, just because orange has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times it's happened since the 08.
Wouldn't the Rams pick yellow, dude? Like, even if it's just like for the end, like if they don't want to drink it.
Yeah, so orange has happened, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times? Blues happened 4 times. So
when was the last yellow?
Last yellow, Philadelphia Eagles 2018, baby.
What is it? Plus what right now?
Yellow is plus 300.
Oh,
it's yellow, green, lime, whatever you might want to call it. It's plus 300.
So yellow's only 300?
Not too bad. To me personally, I don't know about you. I don't know if we want to really get into this. I think blue's the best color of Gatorade, but I also like yellow. I like them both.
Oh, just for taste.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a blue frost kind of guy. The green watermelon's sneaky good. No one ever talks about it.
No one does.
But it's sneaky. I don't mind the orange, but the yellow is obviously for when you're sick.
Me with the orange. Oh.
Oh, the yellow one is only for when you're sick with the stomach virus. That's when you get the yellow
one. What? I drink yellow regularly. I love it.
All right. So what are you betting on here? Blue?
Blue. Black. I think there's just as good odds. You talk
plus
about
600?
yellow for the Rams, blue for the Rams, plus 600. That's really why.
I'm with you there.
Orange is plus 130. Like you're saying with orange, like you're just take the Bengals money line instead. Same thing with the clear water at plus 175. Yellow plus 300, maybe.
But if you want the Rams money line, probably take the yellow Gatorade.
Yeah, just as a little hedge, just as a little something. Sweeten it up a little bit. So that's Gatorade talk.
Things you're not hearing on other podcasts.
Well, yeah.
Had a hedge with Gatorade.
Yeah. You're not going to hear that anywhere else.
That wraps it up, man. I think we're both on the same page here with this game. It's a nice way to end this NFL season. Stick with us. We're going to start doing the NBA stuff. We'll try to have it out the day of the game, so you'll be able to just hop in there, see what we got. Trade deadline's going to switch everything up for this NBA stuff. We'll definitely try to do a draft prop especially now that it's legal in New York. A FanDuel is going to be all over it.
Is that for the NFL
So
draft?
yeah,
Oh
because we're
yeah.
gonna yeah, so we're gonna be able to do the over unders there. We're gonna be pretty deep into that, so that'll be fun. And yeah, man, shout out to this season, dude. And congrats to you, man. Congrats to us, our first NFL season in the books. I can't wait to see what NBA has in store for us. MLB's giving us a break with this lockout. March Madness
March
coming
Madness is
in. We're
gonna
gonna
be
have our
insane.
brackets. We're gonna have guests on. You're not gonna have to hear us, just us every day here. So I'm excited to see what we got going on here, man. Let's go.
Yeah, it was a great first season, and like you said, there's a lot more coming up. So I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. And yeah, let's wrap this one up and let's move on to basketball. I'm excited to see these trade deadlines where everyone lands, and then I'm ready to start giving out some picks for that because it's gonna be exciting stuff. Lakers aren't winning, that's for sure. I'll give
Let's
you a take
go.
right now to start.
Yeah, Suns are
Ooh, okay. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
February 9th.
Let's go.
All right, let's go Jets. Let's go Bengals, I guess. I
Yeah,
guess we
let's
most
go
like the Bengals.
Bengals.
All right. See you next week, guys.